Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more juicy content from me. Hello and welcome back. Last week I talked about how not to be poor. And this week I'm going to be talking about how to make money off your book. I help people who want to write and publish their own books, self-publish, especially for those doing it for the first time. I help them through the process of writing and self-publishing their own books with all the bells and whistles and the moving parts that involves. In short, call me the project manager for your published book. This is my book that I wrote in 2019. That's actually the proof copy, sold out of actual copies. This is another client's book called Speak Life. I have another client's book, Living Foolproof, and on and on and on. I have multiple books from multiple clients that I've helped over the years. But I realized that as I was going on, sort of talking about writing books and, why it's a good idea to write and publish your own book, I realized that somewhere along the line, I left out talking about how people can actually generate income from their books. Now, so last week I talked about money and how not to be poor. So I think this is a sort of natural follow on from that episode, talking about when you write your book, then what? Okay, yeah, it's all well and good. We have a published book. What next, right? Do we stand on the street corner and sell our books or what? Okay, so I'm just going to give you 7 examples of how you can make money from your book. The very first thing, which you must do, is to create a business around your book. So the way my author coaching program works, I don't have any rights to your book. Once it's done, it's done. So you come, you pay me for my expertise. We come in, we do this book, and then poof, you're done. You're done with me. I don't make money from your book. All the money you make from your book is for you. And I encourage everyone to create a business specifically around their book. That way, the costs associated with producing the book are all business expenses that can be written off, because now you have a legal entity that takes care of that. So, for example, your publishing costs, your author coaching costs, your marketing costs, maybe you launched a book and you had to rent a venue and do an event. Those cost money. So instead of that all coming out of your pocket and you never seeing it back again, if it's under a business entity, then you will have legal leg to stand on in writing off these costs of your book. So that's number 1. So even if you don't sell books, you have a business. Number 2, sell books. So for example, let's say this is fairly simple and I would say intuitive and obvious. So let's say the cost of writing and publishing a book is $7,000 or whatever. Once you sell that many books, so let's say you would work out how much it would take for you to get how many books you have to sell to quote unquote make your money back, right? So once you've done that, guess what? You've broken even, right? So let's say your book, let's say the cost of publishing is $7,000. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just using an example. And your book is $10. That means you have to sell 700 books. If your book is $30, even less. I'm not a mathematician. And on it goes. And once you've sold that much in books, you've pretty much broken even. And now your book is there forever to generate more income as you see fit. It's going to continue to make money throughout your lifetime, right? Every single book I've published, I've made my investment back, except for my 8th book, which is actually a free book, which I'm not it's free right now, so I'm not selling it. I'm just giving it away. But this is, the answer to the question. People ask me, will I make my money back? The simple answer is yes. You just have to set a plan, know how much you have to quote unquote make back. And after that, poof, that's it. You keep on making money off your book. Now, number 3 is programs. If you've written a book, you can create programs around your book, right? You've written a self-help book, okay? Like, for example, this book of mine, it can be a whole course. I haven't created a course around it yet, but each chapter can be a class. And then now you have a course that's going to sell for a higher price than a book because it's a course. Or you can build a coaching program, etc., etc. And let's say you're offering one-on-one coaching around the principles of your book, then you get to charge even higher prices, apart from the cost of the book. You also get to, let's say you're already a speaker or a coach or an entrepreneur, you can actually bake the cost of your book into whatever services you are offering, which is what I did with this book. I just added to the cost, and I send, like with this program, you get a free book, right? But, technically it's not free. The cost is worked into the program. Number 4, speaking engagements. Many times when you have a book, people will invite you to speak. They will invite you on TV programs. Yes, you have to put yourself out there because people have to know about you. But your book can be a ticket to booking speaking engagements, paid speaking engagements, whether live or virtual. So that's another thing that you can use to book speaking engagements instead of just a business card, right? You give someone this, I wrote a book, and immediately you become an authority in their eyes, and you can book speaking engagements. Number 5, events. You can build paid events around your book. The same way you would build a program, you would do an event, you would charge people to come, you would offer your book as part of the event. But guess what? Event tickets are typically more expensive than books. So, for example, let's say you do an event, you charge $70 a ticket, and you bake the cost of the book into the ticket price. Guess what? Now $70 per person, and your book, if they were going to buy it at retail, maybe it's $20. So, more money. Number 6, back of room sales, right? Apart from selling on Amazon and these platforms, you get your physical copies and you take it to places. So, for example, someone has invited you to speak, they're paying you. Now, at the end of the event, people they're like, oh my goodness, you're amazing. They want to hear from you. Guess what happens then? Boom, you sell books. Because now they've heard you speak. They're like, oh, wow, this person, ooh. In fact, let me say that again. If you're a speaker and you don't have a book, you're leaving money on the table. So don't leave money on the table. Stop. A few years back, I went to an event and I met a lady who spoke about money. Oh my goodness. She spoke about money in a way I've never heard anyone speak about money before. I was like, oh my goodness. As soon as she spoke, I ran. I didn't walk. I ran because I was expecting she would have a table with a book for me to purchase. I ran outside, was looking around all the vendor tables for her book. Lo and behold, there was no table. She didn't have a book. So I said to her, if you had a book, people would be rushing to buy it. I said, look, we are contemporaries, but everything you said, if I had a book that I would read every day, I don't care. I would actually right now, I don't care how much you would charge for it. So, back of room sales. You're a speaker, you need a book. Last but not the least, and one of my clients has done this, create your own publishing house. I have a client, she came to my program, worked with me, and she wanted to, not only did she write a book, she actually built a program for writing specific types of books, biographies. And I'm going to leave her information in the show notes. Uche Books. She's a doctor as well. Now she has a publishing house. So if you work with her, she will publish your book for you. But, it's her publishing house. It's not, you all work your things out together, but she has a publishing house. She helps you write your biography. Very efficient way to write a biography. I have tried biography writing, and I was like, you know what, when I'm ready to write my biography or biography of someone I know, I'm going to come straight to you because she has a way to do it that makes it very simple. So I will leave her information in the show notes so you can connect with her. Dr. Uche, amazing lady. So, what did I say? How to make money off your book. 1, create a business around your book. 2, sell books. Obvious, right? Sell books and keep selling them. 3, Create programs around your book. 4, use your book as a stepping stone to booking paid speaking engagements. 5, building paid events around your book. 6, back of room sales. And 7, last but not the least, you can create your own publishing house catering to a specific niche of people. So, or a niche of books. So, if you want to write your book, now that I've convinced you that you can actually make money from your book, if you want to write your book, click, book a call, okay? Book a call. The call is free. So, and honestly, on this call, there's no obligation to purchase. The call is free. I will hear from you, and let you know if and how I can help you. And if I can, then you can decide whether you want to sign up or not. I too will decide if I want to take you on as a client or not. And then we can go from there. It's such freedom to be able to create a business around your book. I have multiple books and multiple businesses that I've created around my book. So let's do this. Let's go. Let's, you have a book, put out your ideas, make impact, make a difference in people's lives, and of course, make a profit. So thank you very much for listening or watching, and I will see you next time.